I'm Sylvester CutZooWorld Ogletree. I'm an independent underground hip hop drummer in the city of Atlanta. And 2020 has empowered me as an artist and an entrepreneur in a lot of different ways. 2020 and the pandemic has really forced artists to find creative ways and creative outlets to express themselves musically and artistically. And it's forcing us to learn new skill sets that we did not have before so that we can operate and move how we need to move and continue to make a living doing what we do. Some people have had to get jobs. Some people have had to adjust from doing live shows to doing virtual shows. And you have to be really creative to make those things happen. But it's really empowering because the word for the year has definitely been pivot. P-I-V-O-T. The quicker you're able to make that adjustment to something new, the better off you are going to be. And we all had to learn to do it on the fly because these are unprecedented times. But it's empowering to know that you can take control of your own creative outlet and expression to do the things you need to do and want to do as a creative. If you were creative before and you weren't an entrepreneur or didn't consider yourself an entrepreneur, these times force you to become an entrepreneur. That's one of the skill sets you have to learn. You have to take on the qualifications of an entrepreneur. It's hard, longer hours, more work, but the payoff is great. And that payoff is very empowering. You found that before, when you were scared to do and operate in certain lanes and avenues, that during these times you were forced to do it and you had less fear because you knew that it was sink or swim. And so it's very empowering, especially if you find yourself swimming. And so I think the biggest adjustment has been looking at the curve and the change and being prepared for it. That's where the empowerment comes from. And everyone had to do it on their own, basically, with whatever support they had with their quarantine partners. Whoever you were quarantining with is who you had to work with to do what you needed to do. And so making it to the end of 2020 is empowering in itself. And as we look in this last week towards what 2021 may look like with new politics and new leaders, I would advise every artist to learn as much as you can, even if it means going on YouTube University, learn a new skill set, and so you can apply those, to your skill set that you've already mastered. Being well-rounded is never gonna be a hindrance to furthering your career. It can only be an asset. And then when you get to the point where you bring other people in those positions, you know exactly what you need from those positions. So I would advise anyone to not just focus on your main skill set, but to learn new skill sets. Education is going to be critical, and the faster you're able to take in those new ideas, approaches, and theories and activities, it'll better your craft, make you more well-rounded. And that's the advice I would give for any artist and entrepreneur. And I would also seek out other artists and entrepreneurs that are on the same wavelength and page as you, so that you all can team up and help each other. Because that net worth is definitely going to be, your network is definitely going to be your net worth in 2021. And another advice I would be is to not waste anything. Don't waste any money, don't waste any time, and don't waste any like resources. And I think taking advantage of some of the best businesses have been built from not throwing away the scraps and figuring out ways to monetize those scraps. And you'll find that a lot of those small scraps will add up to a full meal. And I think just having a good spirit and thinking positive and hanging around positive people, being healthy, taking care of yourself, eating healthy, I think those all can be great assets, and it can do nothing but make you a better artist and entrepreneur in this day and time. I'm Sylvester CutZooWorld from Atlanta, Georgia. Cut. Let's see what that's